Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV, where you can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Icon 1000 Truant boot, available at RevZilla.com. So at a glance, the Truant is the third piece of footwear from Icon 1000. We saw Icon 1000 hit a home run with the Elsinore a few years back. Then they came out with the El Bajo, which is a short version. Both of those boots are really MX inspired. What we see from the Truant, and this is the camel colored version, there's also a black. The Truant's going to be a bit more low profile, a little bit more under the radar, more of an everyday shoe that still has enough riding functionality, but it's also super premium from Icon 1000. Keep in mind, I'd love to hear your gut reaction right out of the box to the Truant. Leave us your comments on RevZilla TV. Click here to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Now, quick note on sizing. As we look at the Truant's going to be American sizes, no surprises. Icon's been doing footwear as a company for like a decade at this point. So even going into the Icon 1000 line, I have a size 12 here in front of me. It's going to fit an American foot, no problem. So no issues there, but keep in mind, as long as you send it back in brand new condition, we're going to ship for free, exchange free, no restock fees. You can always give us a shout and talk through sizing if that's your concern. Now, one of the things I really want to call out here, and remember, I have the brown colorway of the Truant, is that it's the detail that sets off Icon 1000 versus regular Icon. It's some of the minor things that really complete the style that I'm going to walk through here in a second. It's a full grain leather upper, and it's really almost an oiled finish that we'd see on some of the more premium leathers. They're also using different pieces of accent leather here. We can see it on the side. As I flop over to the sole, you're going to see there's an inlaid piece of the same leather in the sole to really kind of complete it from a design standpoint. And you can see it as it goes all the way up. See, there's different stitching. It's double stitching throughout, and we really have different panels of leather in different areas, and it's a little bit tougher leather in areas that might get scuffed or might be more prone to abrasion, and you have a little bit softer oil leather as you go up the tongue, and you can see on the inside of the boot. So again, kind of completing the style, but really thinking functionally. If we think as far as boots are concerned, you do have a reinforced toe box on the front. It's going to have a plastic cap. They use plastic to keep that reinforcement versus metal, because metal will cut your toes off if you crash. Plastic will break around your foot. It will not. And also notice these embossed panels here that are stitched and raised. That's really, it's on both boots. On the left side, it's going to interface with the controls on your bike. On the right side, it just balances out the style. Now, moving up on the brown version, we see the rounded laces that match perfectly with the style of the boot. And then on the side, we have a single buckle. It's a cast buckle from Icon 1000 with the leather strap. This is really a play on what we've seen on the Elsinore. Now it brings it over to just kind of pull everything together. And these are replaceable buckles. We can see it slides through and it snaps down. And even on the front, you could see that they're kind of heat embossing the Icon 1000 logo, and you can see it up here on the tongue as well. Notice we do have a little bit of perforation that goes up the side, and then as you bring it up and you get around the top of your ankle, there's light reinforcement on the lateral side on the outside of your foot, and it's a little bit lighter weight, but it's still there on the medial side as well. So again, you're getting toe protection, ankle protection, a full height riding boot that's going to look great under a pair of jeans. And the cool part is that Icon 1000 is even going further down the pant side of things. There's going to be a lot of different pants that are going to match this style of boot. And then even in the back, they've managed to, instead of just doing a simple heel counter, they now use multiple different panels of leather to just kind of complete the style. What they don't want to do is take a great boot using premium materials and just do the basics of motorcycle boot. If they did that, it would be part of maybe the regular Icon collection, or be more akin to what some of the other manufacturers are doing. But in my opinion, what Icon 1000's done so well and really set itself apart is they've come out of the gates and said, listen, we're going to really take a very style-conscious approach using premium materials while offering up motorcycle functionality. We talked briefly about the sole. There's a lot of detail on the sole. Like I have a right side boot, which would go over your brake, and it says keep it covered. And on the left side, it says 1 down, 5 up. Again, it's the subtle details that complete everything. And there is they call it the axialmetric steel shank, but what that really means is there's a 3/4 steel shank for stiffness and rigidity here in the boot. I'm going to give it about a 7.5 on the stiffness scale. So you definitely know you're wearing a riding boot. But for those of you guys that like to ride in work boots, you're going to feel that as well when you get off the bike. But on the bike, you'll have enough feedback and you'll have enough protection to feel solidly covered when you are riding. Now keep in mind, I did mention how easy it is to buy it, exchange it, we'll ship it for free, all that good stuff. But if you want to walk through any of the details in further depth or compare and contrast it with something like the Elsinore, shoot our Gear Geeks a line, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. And as always, you can find the Icon 1000 Truant boot at RevZilla.com/icon. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.